Welcome inside Gene Plaga Stadium for a Rewind Sports Network Game of the Week. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you tonight. It's West High football on the Rewind Sports Network as West taking on Brighton for the Region Championship. Dane, these are two teams that have been outstanding all year long. It comes down to tonight to take home a Region Championship. Back in the old days, it meant a whole lot of stuff. Tonight, it means bragging rights. It means lots of different things. These region titles still mean a lot to these teams, even if it has no playoff implications.
Well, and it does have implications in the RPI, right? So you're seeding, there's a lot on the line tonight. A win for either side would be very helpful given the opponent's winning percentage. So, yeah, look, it's not going to be a top line seeding or an overall one seeding, but you could very easily play into a top 3, top 4, top 5 seeding tonight, depending on how things play out. It's not a long-seeded rivalry, but the trajectory of these two programs, it is going to be one for the next couple of years.
Well, especially the next 3 years that this region is going to hold through this realignment. And for West comes in 5-3 on the season. They were 0-3 in non-region play. They're 5-0 in region play, and they seem to be finding their footing. Last year, we didn't know how good West was. With this region, we got a pretty good handle of what they can do in the 5A state tournament. Well,
it's an electric scoring team. Dusty, they're the top scoring team in the region. It's a group that's led by a lot of experience. And you talk about the senior quarterback, Isaiah Suasui. Look, young man, 62% completion percentage, over 2,000 yards passing this year, also averaging about 7 yards a carry. So he's an extremely talented player, and a lot rides on his shoulders. The success of West and this offense lies on the shoulders of their senior quarterback. There's a lot of talent around him. We'll talk about Malapai. He's a fantastic back. Pan is one of the best receivers in 5A, but Sui's got to have a big game tonight for West.
He certainly does. Brighton comes in 7-2 on the year. They're 4-1 in region play. They're without their star quarterback, Jack Johnson, who got hurt in the East game. But Morzlewski's done a nice job.
Yeah.
And they're going to start with the football.
Well, and here's the thing. I saw two suited up throwing the rock. Now, does he play tonight? I think that's the question. He was in warm-ups, but we saw Morzlewski and Johnson both taking reps. We'll see. He did have a brace on his knee still. Jack Johnson did. But look, this Brighton team, they're a different team when Johnson's behind center. Morzlewski, you talk about the last couple games, had a tough loss against Alta, had a nice bounce back last week. Can that hold for Brighton if he's the signal caller? We'll find out here shortly.
And here's the opening kickoff from Dodi Makasa, as that ball will go into the end zone and will bring it out to the 20-yard line, and a chance to see who gets the start tonight for Coach Casey Cetera in his second year at the helm of Brighton. It is Kaysen Morzlewski that came out into this huddle. But Coach Cetera's done an outstanding job.
Yes, he has.
And we look forward to seeing his growth. Justin Ham left Brighton, went to Skyridge, be the OC, now the head coach this year. But Casey, his first ever head coaching job, has been really, really good.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is, I overheard an assistant a couple of weeks ago, and this is pilfered information, but look, he was saying, look, Casey came in, structured the defense, gave us some leadership. He let the offense really do what the offense done, because it's been great, and it has been great again this year. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. The defensive false start is going to be called here on Jerome Twofe.
And you know, one of the things we did Brighton the first game that Morzlewski started against Alta, his running ability, and look, Jack Johnson can run the football too, but that was a differentiator in that game. It kept Brighton in that game.
Especially early.
Yeah, so we'll see if he brings that element tonight. He might need to.
That is Kamai in motion. A little waggle motion. Going to check with the sideline. Still yet to tick off the first seconds of this game. And it'll be a give near side. Able to get some room, and a nice gain on first down. Picking up the first down is Vainuku. We're not 28.
Yeah.
I looked on the wrong
Mason
one.
Hurdle.
Mason Hartle.
Hartle,
yeah.
We'll roll with Hartle. Great back. I mean, saw him a couple weeks ago again. Averages just under 5 yards carry. Can be very dynamic.
Back to the ground for Brighton. Ben LaFleur. And LaFleur has 6 on first down. It'll be second down and 4.
And that's the thing. You'll see a 1-2 punch out of that backfield. Again, you'll see Morzlewski carried as well. Against Alta, he didn't throw it a ton. The ground game was successful enough in keeping them in that.
Again, back to LaFleur. And LaFleur across midfield inside the 45. And is chopped down at the 41-yard line. Go to the ground, and things are working. He was brought down by Lava Bailahi. It'll be 1st and 10 Bengals.
And here's the thing. I think if you could say, hey, we're going to run the football against West, if you're Brighton, you'd like your odds. We'll see if they can maintain that.
Again on the ground. And on the carry for Brighton was Hartle.
And that was Toafe that came in and got that tackle. We said, can you maintain that? Because this West defense, it's littered with talent, big physical players up front for the Panthers.
So again, 2 back set in the shotgun, a receiver to each side here for Morzalewski. As they're going to check with the sideline, it is Nash Matheson at the top of the screen. Their star wide receiver. He's had an outstanding year, made big plays for the Bengals. 2nd down and 8. Morzalewski runs near side. He has the edge inside the 30. Morzalewski ushered out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 Bengals once again.
Mentioned he's got some sneaky athleticism to him. And look, this was a kid that was coming up at the quarterback position, but when they had Jack Johnson, they moved him elsewhere. He is very athletic. He's played safety, a couple other positions on defense, so he's got speed there. If he can get in space, he can be a problem.
So 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Rainy night here at Gene Plaga Stadium.
I think the skies are crying that it's week 10, Dusty.
I totally agree. Quarterback counter. Morzalewski. Chachi Pan giving chase, and Morzalewski be chopped down by Pan, just shy of the yard to gain. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Bengals.
And we talk about Pan. This is a young man over 1,000 yards receiving on the season, but he's also one of the top tacklers. Pair of interceptions, 53 tackles on the year for Chachi. Very dynamic player. Just a junior. He's got another year here for the Panthers.
Yeah, Chachi and LaFleur on the field at the same time. 2nd down and 2. Gonna again run Morzalewski, and he's met in the hole. Looks like he has the 1st down around the 15. They'll mark him at the 14. It'll be 1st and 10 once again.
Dusty, did you see who made that tackle?
Taimani Brown.
Yes, sir. You know it. First tackle of the night. Dusty, president of the Taimani Brown fan club. It's hard because he splits time between the Isaac Wilson fan club, the Zach Wilson fan club, and the Taimani Brown
Well, Zach
fan
gets my
club.
full attention. That 2 receivers near side, one at the top of the screen. That's the beauty of Zach being in, college. Jackson Dark is my other part. That's my college football.
So here's the thing:
stuff.
He's got his Friday nights, his Saturdays, and his Sundays. He's got different
Well,
fan
a
clubs for
family
every day
function.
of the
My
week.
phone out there. What are you doing? So I'm watching Jackson Dark versus LSU. What?
It's the only time he'll cheer against LSU, by the way.
Very true.
Yep.
Too good of food to cheer against. Morzalewski goes inside the 10-yard line of the 9.
This is a good
Dane
opening.
knows me well.
Yeah, well, 19 years, right? You start to figure someone out. This is a good opening drive for Brighton.
Beautiful drive.
I love what we've seen from them on the O-line, right? And a lot of times O-line doesn't get a lot of shout-out. They've been stout here in the opening minutes.
They're making these Bears uniforms look better than the Bears.
That's not hard to do right now.
No, it isn't. Give up the middle. Hartle.
Oh, boy.
He's going to power his way in. Touchdown. Brighton Bengals. Opening drive. They go 80 yards on the ground. Not one pass on that drive. March right down the field, and the man who started the drive ends it as Hartle gets in for 6.
Well, and how many missed tackles on that play? I think 3 Panthers get a hand on him. And look, you talked about it. It's wet. It's pouring here at Gene Plaga Stadium, and you wonder if those slippery hands, slippery jerseys, if that'll play into things tonight.
Well, certainly. Coming on for the point after is Drake Fletcher. And the Fletcher little toe punch, and it is good. 8:47 left in the first quarter. Brighton strikes first. You are watching West High Football on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back to Gene Plaga Stadium. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you. As always, our broadcast brought to you by Heidemann and Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. We want to thank Justin Heidemann for being the presenting sponsor of everything we do with the Rewind Sports Network. Yeah,
that's right. It's a flat rate law firm. If you have any legal needs, they'll take care of you. Not going to bill you with a bunch of hours. Get a free consultation. Just call them at 801-742-7742.
Also, Igloo Outfitters. Man, it'd be good to be in my Igloo right now. Didn't bring it with me. There's ball's going to be taken at the 2-yard line. Looking near side, is going to be dropped inside the 20-yard line. On the return was Kelvin Malapai. And it'll be our first look at Isaiah Suisui in this offense, Dane. And Malapai's been a major part of the offense, especially in the last few weeks.
Oh, he's been a beast. I mean, this is a young man that, probably didn't see him early on. But, man, like, he's a big kid, and he runs bigger than he looks, and he's fast. Not afraid of contact, has great vision, and it'll be interesting to see. Again, he'll split time out of this backfield as well, but he could be a real problem running downhill. 2-by-2 formation, going to start on the ground. And on the carry for the Panthers is Viliamu Solavi. I thought it was 9, so that's Louis Hamilton. I have to look like 9. Take that back. Louis was a quarterback last year, and they'll keep it on the ground. Hamilton slipping tackles, has a first down across the 35-yard line to the 38. First and 10, Panthers. Boy, that's a nice run there by Louis. Beautiful job. You see that shiftiness of him evading tacklers. Nice burst of speed there from Hamilton.
Suisui going to keep it on the ground again, Louis Hamilton. And Hamilton met in the backfield.
That's a good tackle. Andrew Wood, young man, leads the Bengals in tackles, 57 on the year, was one of the defensive players of the week for Brighton last week in their win over Queens Creek. The senior with a strong tackle there.
Hey, if you're going to wear Lander Barton's number, you
better
show
bring
out.
it. Yeah.
So trips to the top of the screen, one receiver near side. It is Taimani Brown in the backfield with Suisui. Oh, bad snap. Isaiah tracks it down inside the 25. He might have lost it. The official's right there saying it's down. Is Isaiah. Man, I knew it could have been tragic. Able to get back on it at the 20-yard line.
I thought Miles Peters had an opportunity to secure that. Isaiah went to the ground, but I thought he kind of bounced over it, and Peters was right there. We'll talk about Peters a lot on the offensive side, the tight end, but he nearly came up with a big play there for this Brighton D.
And it's going to be set third down and forever.
Ideal throwing conditions tonight, yeah? Blustery wind, rain.
Third down and 33, 34. So you looking to run. Now finally does take off, and Isaiah going to get to the 25-yard line, and the punting unit will come on for Coach Junior Solavi. So could not have been a better start for Casey Sotera's Brighton Bengals.
Yeah, and look, I mean, you see two different first drives. For Brighton, 4-8 yards a run. For West, you had that, but just the one miscue sets you off schedule. On a night like tonight, completely disrupts you offensively, and you got to punt. Tonight might be a night where you got to be okay with 3-4 yards a chunk, right? And you can't hurt your own interests, as even that snap bounced back to Malapai.
Malapai got a great punt and a major Panther roll inside the 20-yard line. So again, what could have been tragic on the snap, Malapai able to take care of it. And we'll get a second look at this Brighton Bengal offense that stayed on the ground. I was really impressed with their ability to move the football on the ground.
There's not a lot of teams that move this West defensive line like that. You think of maybe American Fork early on in the year when we did that game, but even then, AF had a passing attack that the versatility, I think, started to wear down West defensively. That was just sheer, we're going to run through you on that opening drive. We'll see if this West defense has made any early adjustments.
Staying in that two-back set in the shotgun. And it'll be a give. And a couple, well, back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second down and 9. Is on the carry was, I believe that was LaFleur.
It was. Yeah, and you see them motion Peters over. You're trying to get numbers there, get your block set up. And that's the thing, West, when they've been able to get off blocks, get a guy in the line of scrimmage, they've been pretty sure-handed on that initial. But, man, if that one is missed or slipped, it's been chunks for Brighton. So that initial contact, that tackle being made early is going to be critical here for this West D.
Second down and 10. Play action, Morzalewski throws out in the flat. The catch is made by LaFleur across the 20-yard line. Ducks out of bounds at around the 24. It'll make it third down and manageable for Brighton.
You're not going to make any quarterback lovers happy with that form, but hey, it doesn't have to be pretty. It's just got to work, right? And you got guys bearing down on it. You just get rid of the ball on a night like tonight, and LaFleur makes a nice play.
Running into his arm. So double clap check with coach. Here, third down and 3. Morzalewski right up the middle. Morzalewski powering his way, has the first down at about the 29-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 once again for Brighton.
And boy, that offensive line, such a big hole right up the gut there for the quarterback. And look, he's going to wear it tonight, right? Because even if you pick up yards, it's going to be physical hitting from this West D. And a lot of guys, you see 3-4 guys coming in to make the stop there for West, but that O-line continues to block effectively for the Bengals.
And on 1st and 10, Morzalewski looking to throw, still looking, was trying to get Matheson head up the field and ends up dirtying that ball out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 4:41 left in the first quarter.
And we've seen a couple times they haven't thrown a lot, but when they have, they're trying to get him outside the pocket, buy a little more extra time because of the pass rush that West has. I like it there for Brighton. You know, nothing you're going to go 20, 30 yards, but if you can get a little extra time, allow your receiver some time to get open with the likes of Matheson and others, that's to your advantage. Whoa!
Hey, a rule that I think should be reinstated, but they say, hey, not in the neutral zone. No defensive false start there. Defender thought he was out.
Yeah, the defender had almost conceded it.
Yeah, he did as Morzalewski runs straight ahead, brought down by West High's 22, Foti Vainuku.
Look, at least this way the yards are credited to a player as opposed to just the annoying penalty yards, right? So we'll give it to Morzalewski there.
Play on. Oh, that's so smart. At the backfield.
Oh, man.
That is genius.
Awesome.
If you false start as a running back, just go in motion.
Bo LaFleur, that's like a 6th-year senior play by the junior.
That is Peter LaFleur level stuff
That
there.
is no kidding, huh?
As Morzalewski dropped for about a gain of 1, maybe 2.
And how about the quick process? Like, he knows he jumps in. He's like, I'm just going to motion out and set. And we're going to go right back.
I'll be the
I've never
H-back.
seen that.
Yeah. Usually they don't do it because they go, oh,
I know.
So
mental
good.
resilience,
Yeah.
right? We used to have Riley Jensen, mental performance coaching.
Still is.
That's mental performance right there.
Certainly. Riley.
Crafty.
There's your free Riley. He paid for it. Riley Jensen, RJ Performance Group.
I haven't talked to Riley in a long time.
I just texted him last week. Is a good punt. Chachi Pan will camp underneath it for the fair catch. And it'll be the second drive here for the West High Panthers. As that first drive was looking promising. Had the bad snap that backed them up. It was going to be a 2nd down and I think it was 2nd and 4 or something like that. And they had the bad snap able to regather themselves here on their second possession.
Yeah, and we saw Louis Hamilton get a lion's share of those carries. Molly Pei coming out here on this drive. Again, I think both offenses have shown they're not afraid of versatility out of that backfield. A lot of depth there. And we'll see what's able to win out.
Going to go to Malapei. Starter left, came back right. Is chopped down for his short gain. At about the 29-yard line.
It's a nice stop there by Dylan Thomas. They're really spreading this Brighton defense out. Even though they're running the football, you go 3-4 wide. Force that secondary to go wide. Force those linebackers out. Opens up your running lanes in space. That's a good tackle being made by Thomas to not concede more there.
2nd down and 7 for the Panthers. And this big line. See if they can lean on this defense. They go back to Malapei. And Malapei just rides the wave near the first down marker. Mark him down at the 25-yard, or probably 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2. And again, middle zone, and that is a first down for Malapei.
Miles Morgan coming in to make that tackle, but you see they just go to number 4 3 straight times. We talked about his physicality paying off here on this drive.
A reminder that our clock on the screen is unofficial. However, we are keeping up with what's going on inside. We've not been stopping on the first downs.
Rule change.
Oh, it's a rule change. Did I miss that?
I think so.
Okay. We gone to the college rule? The college clock?
I think they're quicker with it.
Well, I've seen Mr. Official do this.
I think they're just quicker with it.
Okay. All right. First time I'm out. I've been in the studio all year. Bad. Snap
Oof.
once again. Sui able to get it back, but he's dropped in the backfield. So 1st and 10 becomes 2nd and 10 off the snap. And again, I'm not going to blame any center with how wet that field is. Making the stop for Brighton was Miles Peters. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
West has not ventured to throw it yet. You wonder if this might be that first look.
Gonna throw. Isaiah fired to the flat, caught by Malapei. And Malapei brought down at the 44-yard line, make it 3rd down and manageable for the Panthers. Oh, they got a heavy foot there, so put him at the 45. All right, 3rd down and 4. I get to the 49 for a fresh set of downs. And go to the ground game, and man, stopped again at the line of scrimmage. Malapei had nowhere to go. I believe that was Miles Morgan.
Tyree Pearson, 94. That defensive lineman got great burst at the snap and beat the O-line initially, was in the backfield. That's a great job there by Pearson.
We'll see West lining up. Maybe they just try to get him to jump and we go to the end of the first quarter.
They don't have to snap this here.
Oh, and West burns a timeout.
That kind of surprises me.
Very much so. So, timeout on the field gives us a chance to thank our terrific sponsors of West High Football, West Jordan Athletic Republic. Most people think you can teach speed. Nothing can be further from the truth. At Athletic Republic Sports Performance Training, we teach speed. It is a skill that can be developed like any other using our science-based protocols, proprietary super running treadmill, and AR vision video analysis. Our certified sports performance trainers work with athletes to develop the five fundamental elements of speed, honing more efficient stride length, stride frequency, power output, symmetry, and stamina. The result is a faster step, quicker change of direction, greater endurance, and better top-end speed. If you are an athlete looking to gain a step on your competition, we invite you to contact Athletic Republic, located in West Jordan, for a free trial. Give them a call, 385-855-2007. Athletic Republic West Jordan is committed to making your next season your best. So 16 seconds left in the first quarter. West took the timeout.
See, this is where you don't have that quarter break now to your advantage. They're going to go for it.
And they're going to run Louis Hamilton.
Nope.
And Hamilton got maybe 2 yards where he is stuffed. It'll be Brighton football in West territory at the 47-yard line.
And that was Miles Morgan coming up to make the stop. Boy, that linebacker came flying in. What a play by that Brighton D.
Huge play by Brighton. Get the extra possessions. They'll have it to start the second quarter, depending on what happens on this play.
You know, we mentioned in the opening that West was the #1 scoring offense. Brighton, the #1 scoring defense coming into this one. So strength against strength, and early on it's been the defense that's had the upper hand here.
And you'll remember, those Corner Canyon teams had great defenses, and they were led by Casey Cetera. Gonna throw. Morzalewski. And that ball nearly intercepted.
Boy,
thought he
Isaiah
had it.
Angelau, yeah. I thought he had an opportunity at that and didn't miss that by much.
So 2nd down and 10. And again on the carry, that is our touchdown score from the first quarter, Mason Hartle. And that will do it for the first quarter. at the end of one. It's the Brighton Bengals 7, the West Panthers 0. You're watching West Panther football on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. And welcome back in. Start of the second quarter. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you. West High football on the Rewind Sports Network. 7-0 Panthers. They got the ball to start this quarter. It's 3rd down and 4 after they were turned over on downs deep in their, well, I don't say deep, in their own territory. They're still in the alumni section between the 40s.
Yeah.
So on 3rd and 4, Morzalewski, quarterback power, and a first down for Brighton. I actually thought he got closer to the 35-yard line, but the officials giving him the first down. But this power game has worked really, really well for the Bengals.
It has, and it's one of the things that is surprising me a little bit. You think about last week, West played East, and look, that East offense has morphed a little bit this year, but still very physical up front. They may not have the Jalen Warren backfield, but talented backfield, and they were able to limit that running attack. You wonder, what West will have in the tank here defensively. They've got something. They'll find it.
Morzalewski decked for a short gain coming up for the stop for the West Panthers. I had number 13, Lava Bailahi. It'll make it 2nd down and 8.
And that's where I think the speed of this West defense can take away some of that East-West running, right?
Yeah.
Like your better's been between the tackles here and trying to take it right at them. And we'll see if Brighton continues to go that route.
When you deal with some of the misdirection and stuff, it is about eye discipline and doing your 111th. You can't do somebody else's job.
Right.
And on 2nd down and 7, Morzalewski again right up the gut. And Morzalewski gets to the 42. Now a late penalty flag comes in. I'm not sure you'll have here. That came from the side judge near side.
It could be a sideline.
So officials talking over things. Illegal substitution against West. I don't know if they had 12 on the field or what we had there. Late entry?
Yeah, I think they had 12. I think someone came off. But I'm peering through wet glass, and that never ends up very well. So,
I feel like Joey Tribbiani on Friends after Chandler moves out. Before Eddie won't leave. 2nd down and 2 after the penalty. Morzalewski dropped the snap initially, fires the fade. Got a man there, defender there.
Yeah.
Got tangled up, and that will be pass interference.
Boy, and that's one where Morzalewski doesn't receive that cleanly. Ayla regather, and now you're just, hey, we're going to try to take advantage of a one-on-one matchup, and that ball underthrown. Don't know if that was intentional or the weather playing into that, but you could see West a little bit lost. And the moment that receiver starts coming back, the DB panics a little bit, gets the arms up, and I think this will be a first down.
Wrap him up, take the 15 instead of the 6. So pass interference on the Panthers. But a big week of football this week. This is a region championship tonight. We'll be at the Region 1 championship tomorrow with Syracuse and Davis. Hour-long pregame show with Jeff Hansen and Moose Bingham and myself and Dane Stewart.
It's going to be fun.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Right?
JJ and Sly will join us.
Yeah.
I believe we're thinking around 6:30. And then we go to the alternate broadcast. If you don't know what that means, well,
join us.
Join us.
It's going to be the first time something like this has ever been done in Utah high school football.
Yeah. And it's a prelude to
maybe
Rice
something
Eccles.
else. Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and say it.
All right.
Prelude to Rice Eccles. It goes well. We do it again. We don't. It won't. Actually, still will. As Morzalewski gets maybe a yard on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 9. They're not putting the ball on. Well, I guess they have put it in the air a couple times, but it is. I mean, this is a power game from Cetera's Brighton Bengals.
Yeah, they've been short underneath throws, and I think the 2 of the 3 they've rolled them out, right? So, yeah, it's definitely been a game in the trenches here early for Brighton on both sides of the line of scrimmage, really.
The rain has subsided momentarily, but the field's not going to dry out anytime soon.
And the temperature hasn't changed very much.
9.5 minutes left as Morzalewski
Peters
rolls to his left, fires, got his man in the flat, and takes it in for the touchdown. Miles Peters, 4-6.
Boy, great play call. We just talked about how much they've been running the football, and we alluded to Peters earlier, tight end, he's got great hands. Moose raved about him when we did the game a couple weeks ago. He had a fantastic performance against Alta despite the loss, and there you could kind of see, again, the run. Hey, we're just going to drop that tight end into the flat. No one picks him up because everyone's focused on that interior run, and Peters able to take it in.
And the point after is good, and so 9:20 left in the first half. It is 14-0 Brighton leading West. And we want to thank NCP Payments. Do you accept credit cards for your business? Want $100? National Card Payments will give you a $100 Visa gift card for your business if it signs up with a new account with NCP Payments during the high school football season. They're a locally owned and operated credit card processing company that has over 22 years of experience, and they love to support local high school sports. Call or text them today at 801-300-6929. Again, that's 801-300-6929 to get a free quote and see how much they can help you and get your $100 Visa gift card today. National Card Payments. Payment processing done right. Call or text them again at 801-300-6929. So back deep is Lava Vailahi. And this ball kicks into the end zone. And my favorite thing, I don't get to say very often, they can drive on the freeway. That ball got out of the back of the end zone, but they can't return kicks out of the end zone.
Although in this day, in fairness, there's a lot of people who drive on the freeway that shouldn't. So let's just...
That's neither here nor there. The rules don't say they can't.
Well, maybe they should, you know.
Now I'll get hold of Governor Cox. New piece of legislation. Our old broadcast partner.
Yeah, right?
Shockingly, he doesn't return phone calls and he becomes governor.
I don't get it.
He promised us he wouldn't do that. Promise is not kept. So Vailahi in the offense looking to get back on track as they'll fake the fly sweep to Chachi Pan, and Isaiah goes ahead for Suisui to the 22, maybe 23-yard line. Second down and long.
You talked earlier about discipline, and I'm not going to lie. When Chachi comes across, I'm like, oh, here we go, right? Get your speed on the outside. That Brighton defense, though, staying home, not going to bite on that fake. Nice job.
Second down and 7 for Suisui. 2-by-2 formation for the Panthers. Gonna throw. Isaiah rolls near side, gonna tuck it and run, and he is escorted out of bounds. Didn't want to test the strength of Andrew Wood.
Yeah. That's the right decision, though. You've got routes. You talk about 2-by-2, but your interior near side is coming across the formation, so you really just have one route. Here at the bottom of the screen, it's well covered. You've got the space. Just take the yards and set up a 3rd and short.
So now 3rd down and 4. We'll call it maybe 3. And it's on the ground. Malapei. Oh, puts down the shoulder. Runs over the defender. Meet him in the hole. Miles Morgan got a big taste out of number 4.
Does anyone have any ibuprofen? That's one that you're going to be sore after that hit for both players.
Let's see if this Panther offense can find some mojo.
They need it. Down here, 2 possessions.
Suisui fire near side. And a short gain as the catch is made by
No, incomplete.
No, incomplete, so we'll stop the clock.
Yeah, coverage was there by Andrew Wood, but he comes over and lays a helmet on, that ball gets dropped. So it looked to be a good, safe play, pick up a couple yards. Instead, nothing there.
This is where you hope you have a dad that played in the early 90s and he had the old Newman leather gloves instead of these really slippery, tacky gloves.
I tried playing with those once in wet weather. It didn't go very well.
It's hard. It is so hard. Those old Newmans, they were great. Or, if you have someone that has those old scuba gloves. Remember those?
What are having a good old-fashioned stick 'em, right? Just put some glue on my hands, let's.
Still have it.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, not Fred Blitnikoff have it.
There's a great movie line. It's not family appropriate, so we'll save that for halftime when the mics are dead. But
the quote or the movie?
Yes, both. I watched it just the other day.
You watched Any Given Sunday just the other day?
No. On Sundays. Come on, Dusty.
Oh, Black Sunday. That's what you watched. Second down and 10. Sui fire up the seam. Got his man for the first down.
Oh, boy.
Lopati breaks the tackle. Lopati still on his feet. To the 10. 5. Touchdown. Camden Lopati. And the Panthers get on the board.
Dusty, I'm not a coach, but as a non-coach, you know what drives me crazy? Wrap up, right? You try to hit a player to knock him down. When you get two of those and they offset, you're left standing all alone, and the freshman, Camden Lopati, able to run it 45 yards in. And look, with the weather calming down, at least the rain going away, you kind of wonder, all right, does this open things up for that air attack? It does, and West strikes.
And the kick is good from Dodi Makasa. 7:46 left. The Panthers get on the board. It's 14-7, Bengals lead. You're watching West High Football on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. And welcome back to Gene Plaga Stadium. Has some new life in it here on senior night for West High School. Second year we've had the Panthers on the Rewind Sports Network.
Yeah. And, I should clarify my prior comment. I don't mean that to be critical, right? But you see that a lot. I mean, on that play, the only thing that found its way to the turf was the mouth guard. The player was left standing. So, Dusty, we were talking during the commercial, like, it's cold. It's hard to tackle when it's cold. Yeah, it is. You're going to be cold either way. So you can either be cold and,
It's one of the great talks of all time was Michael Strahan before that 07 NFC Championship. I'll give that to the second. This kick taken inside the 5.
Ooh.
Still on his feet. How about this?
Almost had an opportunity to bounce that outside.
Yeah, Easton Smith fights his way there. But Michael Strahan, before that 07 NFC Championship game, he said, cold is temporary. It's hard to get in that mindset sometimes.
Yes, it is. But that's why you see, linemen, and I'm always like, they're crazy. Out there before a game with, the shirts off, like, yeah, you're nuts. But it's that same mentality, right? It's just like, hey, look, the weather is the weather. We're going to go play through it.
Yeah. Well, part of it is you got to bring your feet. No matter when you tackle, wet or cold, hot or whatever, if you don't bring your feet, you can hit somebody as hard as you want. Ronnie Lott still brought his feet. Even when he came with the woo hit, his feet were still coming with him. Usually you'll hit, and if your feet are still dead, nothing there. It's like bench pressing without your legs.
For those that don't know, major accomplishments this week.
Morzalewski keeps it, and he hides the ball really, really well.
Yes, he does.
Gain of 6 on first down.
Because that was another one where I think that ball's swinging outside, and next thing you know, he's got to burst up the middle with a nice lane. Been very sneaky.
Okay, that clock on your screen is unofficial. Sometimes it doesn't fire. We'll get that synced up here in a moment. As again, Morzalewski keeps it on the zone read. And Morzalewski has the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 Brighton as the running game back to work.
And that rain is back as well here at Gene Plaga Stadium. So the elements bring in figurative blitzes versus backing off. And so not only have to read a defense, you got to read Mother Nature as well.
True. Back to the ground, Hartle. And Hartle dives across the 35-yard line for a short gain on first down. And in the words of Forrest Gump, it's sideways raining.
Yep, sure is. Of course, those who have lived out east know this is not really rain. It's like a heavy mist.
It is. It's just get you cooled off a little bit. Whoa! How about the power at the end of that run? thought he was going down, and that was LaFleur. No average Joe on that one, as LaFleur has the first down. I got plenty more dodgeball takes in the tank. The timeout on the field. We will take it with him. And we'll be right back. Come out of the timeout, see what West is able to figure out during the timeout. We just learned something. Tate Francis is with us, Vince's son. And he told us this is the, I don't know if I should say this on air. I don't want Child Protective Services to go to the Francis home. He said it's the first football game he's ever been to.
And he's not like 1 or 2 years old.
No, and he's not like not a sports fan.
Right.
He is very smart, gets good grades.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's a big sports fan.
Yeah.
He's been to basketball games. He's ran the clock for me at basketball games.
Yep.
But his first football game.
Good to have you,
Yeah,
Tate.
good to see you, Tate.
Thanks.
We did have a penalty flag here from the line judge. He gave an indication almost like it was a false start. There seemed to be some communication by the slot receiver going back, and there will be the call.
So it is a false start. And I think who knows what the conversation was. In my head, that conversation would be something to the effect of, was it a deceptive move to get the defense that could get the defense to move?
Yeah.
We saw the running back come out of his stance and come forward, but that type of motion is legal. Your motion can go back, but if it's a deceptive move to draw movement, it is, yeah. It's like snap infractions with the intent to deceive. Morzalewski going to go far side, gets a good block, and Morzalewski gets popped out of bounds.
No way. No way. I think I just found my new favorite player. I think that was the tackle, Jack Bowers. Yeah, Jack Bowers that had that block on the edge to help Morzalewski get that angle, and then a late penalty flag thrown here. Jack Bowers.
How about Jack Bowers? I love
Boom.
Jack Bowers. Sorry, I'm kind of figuring out. I have some new things I get to do. I get out of the studio, come here. I get to see some of the chicanery that happens. Trying to make sure stuff's accurate here. Preston's still on leave, as that's a personal foul penalty against West. But Jack Bowers.
Jack Bowers. For all of you that thought he was a fictional character, no, he's playing football at Brighton.
He's real in my heart.
He's real on the field. Number 50.
Wonder if he yells at Zoe.
Chloe.
Chloe. Is he still with Kim? I want to know that. Those are questions I need answered. She ended up on Lipstick Jungle, but she was still Jax. Morzalewski going to run. Has nowhere to go. And Morzalewski gets back in line of scrimmage. Nice job by that Panther defense. Staying home, making the tackle. I believe number 68, Nuku Mafi.
Boy, that kind of had almost a look of an option to it. LaFleur's running wide on that, but he's parallel with Morzalewski. It makes that a really hard toss or pitch for Caden to make. One, the level of difficulty, but two, the legality of it as well. So probably a better decision to take that. But if LaFleur just stays a little bit behind him, you've got a whole sideline of room to work.
Pitch ratio. Got to keep the pitch ratio.
Look at all these terms Dusty comes up with.
That's old school football.
Polypropylene and pitch ratio and all sorts of stuff.
That's old school option football. So 2nd down and 10 is our sideways rain. Maybe a little bit of stain gang rain. All right, now it's just stinking rain with 4:55 left and a timeout taken. So our timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching West High Football on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Heidemann Associates. And welcome back. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you. Out of the timeout. 4:55 left in the first half. Yes, I think officials trying to keep the ball dry. Number one. Number two, keep stuff between the players clean. And not only that, stay on top of the communications. I bet they're not wearing their IFBs tonight.
Yeah, probably not. You know, did you know, Dusty, we've mic'd up a ref?
You mic'd up Courtney?
I'm not going to say who. Yes, I did.
I told him, oh, sure, in a second. 2nd down and 10. He said, you always throw me under the bus. I said, only when it's funny.
Courtney, I got your back, brother.
But he also said on air he would do it. 2nd down and 10. Hartle runs behind his shoulder pads. It's still on his feet. Gets to the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, we had a walkie-talkie and everything going. It was quite fun.
I missed it?
Yes. You were in studio. That's what you get when you hang out downtown.
That was a highfalutin crowd. 3rd down and 3. Keep it on the ground. LaFleur near the line to gain. We'll see where the official comes in, about a yard shy. Well, he says 1st down.
Whoa.
Both of them are standing short of the yard to gain.
Huh. All right, then. I mean, they're straight on it. I'm angled. I thought he was short, but they both have 1st down.
Well, the far side official was not on it. But we're going to go back to the ground as Hartle finds a gap up the middle. Man, they have found something in their middle 3, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. It's been big lanes. And even just watch that offensive line, Dusty. They're 4 or 5 yards down the field every snap. I mean, they're physical. You hear low man win. It's about leverage, and they're just winning that right now up front are the Bengals.
Barrett Hersher, right guard, is going to go back up the middle with Hartle, and he's got the 1st down.
You know, I talked about Brighton on that West touchdown coming in trying to knock a player over. We've seen that a couple times on this drive from this West defense. It is cold. Hands are getting numb, stiff. It's going to be a hard night to finish tackles.
Again, back to the ground. This is LaFleur. And LaFleur able to patch his way inside the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Back to the ground once again, LaFleur. Nice job of shooting through the hole, making the stop. And on the tackle for West was number 95, Alvin Puifua.
And look, West has had a lot of guys in the box, but you get to a point where you keep running, you know, these formations with 2 receivers. Okay, throw the safety in, right? And try to get your numbers back even, try to get those stops earlier and fill those running lanes. And we'll see if West can do that here on 3rd and 6.
Little check with the sidelines as Nash Matheson goes to the top of the screen. See if they got the look they want. And it's going to be Hartle. And Hartle again inside the 5. Has the 1st down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Bengals.
And yeah, there's a sideline warning there on West.
I mean, here's the other thing. When you get run on like this, it is a frustrating deal.
Yep. Well, especially when you're the more – I would say the stigma around these programs, West is the more physical team.
Yeah.
Right? That's what people would say. That's
size
what I would say.
And everything else,
right,
yeah.
Right. And so when you're getting overpowered, when you're supposed to be the person that can inflict that, it's even more frustrating.
I'm telling you right now, this is going between A-gaps. Kind of waiting things out, so 1st and goal. No, how about you run B-gap? See? Listen to Dusty. The floor goes down. Coming through, making the stop. Race Walker Adams.
That's more of a C or a D gap, but you know we talk about Carbon County math, Carbon County English. There's all sorts of academic.
He bounced it.
Nice.
Yeah, that was 24 blast. And he ended up bouncing it to 6-8. They just forgot the backside George reverse.
Right? Yeah.
Run like your life depends on it.
The fake 23 blast with the backside George reverse. Legendary.
Inside of a minute left in the 1st half. Again, Hartle and LaFleur in the backfield, Morzalewski. He mishandled the snap. Morzalewski has nowhere to go, and he's going to score! Touchdown Bengals on a broken play. Tell you what, those are good cut blocks up front. Kept everybody down, and Morzalewski turns, you know what, into chicken soup.
Well, you talk about the cut blocks. I mean, everyone else is moving the direction of the run, so the moment you take down the remaining players, it's kind of like the Red Sea is parted. And you talk about the headiness of Caden Morzalewski there to recognize, hey, I've got a little bit of a lane here, finish that thing off. What a drive.
And the point after is good. 37 seconds left in the first half, and it is 21-7. Bengals lead the Panthers. We want to thank Advanced Windows for their support of the Rewind Sports Network. Fall window sale, $2,000 off at 10 windows or more. Get 60 months, zero interest financing, and limited time only. 801-850-9100. Again, 801-850-9100. Or go to advancedwindowsusa.com. I want to thank them for supporting our picks video.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome to have former athletes we've covered giving back, right? Giving back to the cause and helping us continue to cover this great sport in this great state.
Jake Weber and Nate Orchard. I actually saw their old quarterback. Works right across the street from me, Sean Swenson. I just talked to him yesterday.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
He has a play on his phone on a big touchdown run that we called
That's
Highland
awesome.
at Skyline in 2007. Back when we were the young guys on TV.
That's right.
Maybe a short kick taken on a hop. And nowhere really to go, just goes ahead. On the return was Lava Vailahi. We'll get our clock synced up here, 33 seconds.
One timeout left here for West. Be interesting to see how aggressive they are. Look, we really haven't seen the speed of Pan get engaged much. I think there's opportunities here, but Brighton has 2 timeouts. We haven't seen Brighton be ultra aggressive, been very conservative. It's paid off for them. I think West comes out. They could throw it here, try to make a late push, late run.
You got 2 high safeties out for the Bengals. And they're going to run Malapai. Gets off the edge, or around the edge, and has maybe 4 or 5 yards on first down and stop the clock.
That's the last time out, I believe.
Seemed like a penalty.
Yeah.
And it is. A legal motion, so a legal formation against the Panthers.
Yeah, procedure there.
Not enough men on the line of scrimmage.
I didn't see the flag.
Well, in fairness, we are looking through windows. It covered pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah.
If the rain subsides, maybe we'll open them up, make it nice and cool in here.
I don't know. That's a brisk wind.
Would be cool. Would be cool in the gang.
Yeah. Well, here I think you just run it out, right?
Yeah. Now you just call no joy.
Top
below
gun.
the hard deck.
Top gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's Jester, then you have to take it. He's just begging for it.
Jester. No one likes Jester.
First down and 15.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh man, got back on top of it. Yeah, now you just let this thing run out.
Well, if you're Brighton, do you take timeouts here?
Well, Brighton does have 2 left. I think Coach Sotera is pleased with what he sees, and they're going to let it bleed out.
Not get greedy?
Yeah. So that will do it for the first half. An impressive first 2 quarters for the Brighton Bengals. And they take a 21-7 lead into the half as the region championship on the line. You're watching West High Football on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Gene Plaga Stadium. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart with you. West High Football on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by NCP Payments. And Dane, that first half, I mean, it was a dominant first half for the Brighton Bengals. West had 1 drive, but this running game from Brighton was spectacular to watch.
Well, and it wasn't even really 1 drive. It was 1 big play, right? The consistency hasn't been there for West. You talk about the running game for Brighton. I mean, I've been surprised at how that offensive line has had their way with this defensive front of the West High Panthers. We'll see if they can continue that here in half number 2, but West, that run defense, it's got to find a way to get some stops because trailing by 2 possessions, it'll hope to get the ball here, but they got their work cut out for them here with the way that Brighton has come to play tonight.
Well, this senior class from West, I mean, this is a big class in that they came in, they're all junior solo D guys.
Yep.
They've gone through being the basement dwellers to being the hot team to being the good team, and this year being one of the teams in 5A, and maybe a little emotional. I don't know. I remember senior night. We played well, but I mean, it's just hard when all those things come to an end and people bring it up and all the celebrations and stuff, and see if West has something different here in the second half.
Well, and I think the other thing is, you look at a lot of their games this year, they really haven't been super competitive. I mean, Olympus was a 1-point game. East last week, I think it was a 2-point game at half. But look, they've won a lot of games, 50-something to 15 or 20, and so it's a team that is used to having more leads and not being tested. We'll see if they can answer the test here in the second half.
Hamilton was able to stay on his feet, and he's cut down. Thought he had a lot of room along that far side. He did not. And West will start at about the 22-yard line. But I think back now, this looks like the Alta game.
Yes.
West game.
Yeah, I mean, the score's a little bit different, but look, I mean, Alta threw a lot of punches in that first half. And
had the lead, too.
Yes, they did, and it was execution. You saw some defensive adjustments in that second half, and I think the thing that surprised me is just the way that Brighton's been able to move the football. I mean, West scored with 7:46 to go in that second quarter. I don't think they touched the ball again. So Brighton has been taking a lot of time off the clock. If you're West, your possessions are becoming a premium.
And it's Malapai with a big run on first down across the 35 to the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
And those are the kinds of plays that we're used to seeing from West, and then being able to mix in the passing game off of that. I can see clearly now the rain is gone in the second half. We'll see if that can open up the throwing lanes and the confidence for Sui through the air.
I can see all obstacles in my way. Malapai is cut down at the line of scrimmage. Coming up to make the stop is Wood. Or probably Miles Morgan.
Been impressed with him tonight, Dusty. We've called his name multiple times, and there have been some battles that he's, quote-unquote, lost. Still credit for the tackle, but there's been other battles that he's, quote-unquote, won, and he's been stout tonight for this Brighton D.
Those quote-unquotes all over the place.
Right.
2nd down and 8. Trips to the near side. Chachi Pan in the slot near side. We haven't yet really called Chachi's name tonight.
We have not. That's one of the things for me if I'm this West offense. I want to get the ball to number 2.
And they go back on the ground, Malapai, and got a couple yards on 2nd down. On the stop was Caleb Miller.
And while the rain is not here, the wind still is.
Very true. Blowing from left to right on your screen. 3rd down and 5 for West. And we saw it earlier. This might be 2-down territory for West. They went for it on their own 45-yard line earlier on a 3rd down and 4. So maybe they keep the ball on the ground and set up a 4th down and short. Sui. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to pick up the 1st down across midfield to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, West.
Boy, and Andrew Wood just commits a little too much inside. And once Sui recognized that whole left side was open, able to take off and run. And we talk about his versatility. If you're going to defend him through the air, his legs like that can make big-time plays and can keep drives alive here for the Panthers.
So 1st and 10, Panthers at the 48-yard line of Brighton. Again, trips near side. Go play action, fire, incomplete. Looking for Lopati. Camden can't squeeze it. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So we have Lopati, Chachi Pan, and Unga near side. And it's Fafita at the top of the screen is now 2x2 with Lopati going to the top of the screen. Mama Malapai obviously sitting just below us.
Yeah.
She knows he's getting the call here on 2nd down and 10. And it'll be draw. Sui could not break the tackle of Miles Morgan. And it is a gain of 4 Make it 3rd down and 6.
Look, that's still a good game, but boy, if Malapei can lock that up, Suisui's got another 10, 12 yards, right? And
Mama Malapei,
yeah.
She's saying right here, you got to block.
Yep, she saw it too.
3rd down and 6.
Here's the thing. Brighton is not stacking the box against this run. It's what's made this defensive effort all the more impressive.
Yeah. Suisui fires, incomplete. In on the hands of Unga.
Yep.
And it'll be 4th down.
Boy, and this is tough. Your midfield, Brighton's been able to run the football. 2 possessions. I understand going for it here. This is a big play, Dusty.
I'll tell you this much. Chachi Pan is right on the line. You see him giving a little bit of a nudge back. I mean, he was on the ball.
10 on the play clock here. Inside of 5.
Just gets it off. Extra pressure. Throws a screen. Got his man. Malapei. Got blockers in front. Kelvin inside the 25. Inside the 20. Down to the 11-yard line. 1st and 10.
Flag on the play.
And it's on the far side.
Yep, line of scrimmage. I think this one might be coming back.
It could be a legal man downfield. Yeah, legal man downfield. And bring it all back. Malapei got that. And not only that, probably now be a punt here from Coach Solovi on 4th and 11.
I think you have to. Boy, that's a well-timed play call. Brighton's bringing the blitz. So, you know, if you can just get rid of it, you're going to have all sorts of room in front. But correct me if I'm wrong, if the pass is beyond the line of scrimmage, line only have 1 yard. Because that screen leaks out, those linemen 2-3 yards downfield, that's the penalty. That's why it comes back.
Malapei's got to be behind the line of scrimmage,
Yep.
So back him up, 4th and 11. And maybe a pooch punt here. It was Taimani Brown enters the backfield.
Well, and here's the other thing you can talk about Brighton tonight. I don't know if they have a penalty yet.
Oh, very true. 4th down, 11. And now a false start. Bainuku couldn't hold his water. You have Lapuaho?
Yeah, 53 is what I have.
I thought it was 63. My bad. Some of the numbers rolled up.
Yeah.
So coming in is Malapei to kick this away. Again, this Brighton defense done a nice job. And the penalty, absolutely crucial. So Malapei gets a good foot on it. It's going to take a Panther roll inside the 5. Hey, a little pitching wedge. Kill at the inch line. Man, just like he drew it up.
If your defense can come up with a big play here, it feels like West just needs a spark, right? There just isn't a lot of momentum there for this West side. We'll see if that play can help set the defense up to help make one.
This Brighton offense has been all about the run game. It has been Marzalewski running it well. I mean, I tell you, that first half from Mason Hartle was impressive.
It was, and I actually loved all their backs, right? I mean, we saw LaFleur get involved. We saw Hartle get involved, Marzalewski. It's been a trio out of that backfield with timely passing out of that. It was about as well as you can call an offense. It was being hampered, injuries, weather, etc., done by Brighton there in that first half.
Welcome back to 1990s football. Marzalewski lost the football, and it is
touchdown.
A touchdown for the West Panthers. Who else? Taimani Brown.
Oh, I thought it was Angelau.
Oh, maybe it was. They're all Taimani Brown to me. Taimani came running out too. So maybe Angelau, Dane. We don't have a replay.
Yeah, I thought it was 15, but hey, if you saw Taimani,
I saw him just come running out.
I got no problem with it. We talked about, could that special teams play set this defense up to make a play? It did. Congratulations to the West D, and now we'll see if that can, there's finally some energy on that West sideline. We'll see if that can spark it.
When you first time in a long time to go under center, that is a different experience. Marzalewski could not handle the snap. And now West gets pulled back into this game. And you talk about it, it's been 2 big plays to get their touchdowns. As the point after is good. And it is 21-14 with 7:56 left in the third.
Man, you want to talk about momentum. A game that West has largely just not been there. And now all of a sudden it feels like, hey, we're in this. We got this thing, right? Huge swing of events.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Hey, on nights like tonight, this is one of our great sponsorships, Igloo Outfitters. Igloo Outfitters, the coziest wearable sleeping bag, has you covered during those chilly nights and days. Worry no more about the weather and watch your favorite team in comfort with Igloo Outfitters. Go to Igloo, I-G-L-U, outfitters.com and enter Rewind for $20 off. Never miss the moments.
There's a lot of people here that wish they had their Igloo.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm one of them. I will not make the same mistake tomorrow. Thought, well, we're going to be inside. It'll be nice and warm.
Yeah. I even called ahead to see where we were going to be, and I should have brought it up. But it's in my car. It will be there tomorrow. It will
alternate
be
broadcast.
There tomorrow.
We will be wearing them tomorrow.
Yes.
I'll tell you right now, Jeff Hansen will be wearing his tomorrow. Moose Bingham doesn't currently have one, so we'll see how long Moose can last.
Moose is going to show up in shorts. We got to get him an Igloo.
Thinks he's Kerry Whittingham. So this kick will go into the end zone. So now, can this West defense duplicate the stop here? I'm not, obviously not going to look for a touchdown defensively, but can they get the stop on this Brighton offense? They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and for me, if you're Brighton, this is about, hey, let's just get some time off the clock and just feel comfortable again, right? Not that feeling comfortable isn't always a good thing, but hey, let's just get back in our rhythm.
Yeah.
Right? Let's find the mojo we had in the first half, take some time off, reestablish the line of scrimmage where you've been so good in the first half plus. See if they can do it.
So it'll be Hartle and LaFleur in the backfield with Marzalewski. 2 receivers to the near side. And West nearly jumps again. And now penalty comes in.
Delay
a game. Gene Plugger Stadium is one of the last stadiums in the state to not have a play clock.
Well, they have them. They're just not running. And I don't know why that is, but they're not running. So you got to watch the back judge tonight.
I've been looking for that. Maybe just isn't things aren't talking to each other.
Corner here, corner there. But they're not lit up.
Oh, those are what those black boxes are.
Yeah.
I'm usually in the studio.
You know, in airplanes, the black boxes are orange, but on a football field, they're actually black. And at night, they can blend in.
The black box is orange?
Crazy, huh? I heard the designer was from Carbon County.
He's heading off sides.
Yeah. And
and he was from Carbon County.
You get a little bit of rhythm, momentum, and you let the air out of the balloon.
Yeah, got a chance there. So give back the 5 yards. There are a lot of colorblind people in Carbon County. I'm not one of them. Grandpa was. 7:56 left in the third quarter. And they're going to give to LaFleur, and LaFleur dropped in the backfield. Nice job of getting around that pulling guard and making the stop there for West.
Yeah, it was an angle out that came bursting in from the side and helped to upend LaFleur and then finish off at the line of scrimmage. I mean, the defense looks, 2 plays technically on the field, and it looks like there's a little more fire in the belly. Looks like they drove to work today. They didn't take the bus. They drove.
The dogs. I got you. Gannon.
Yeah.
Well.
Pew, pew, pew.
Shot. Pressure comes. Marzalewski gets away. And Marzalewski ridden out of bounds. It'll be third down as we get our clock resynced up.
Boy, I was curious if they were going to throw a flag there. You get the contact.
Rode him all the way through.
Yeah, it's in the field of play. It's hard to let up with your momentum there. I didn't know if we were going to have a lot of mercy from the line judge, but we do here. Well, mercy if you're a West fan. No justice if you're a Brighton fan.
Yeah. Mafi nearly jumped there.
Yeah.
Or that's Alvin Puifua.
Third down.
3rd down and 5. Morzalewski fires up the seam. Got a man, got a defender, and they're going to call pass interference. Pass interference on Unga. He's saying, I have my arms up. Mr. Official's going to say, you interfered with him.
Well, you never turn around. You never try to find the football. You're more playing the receiver than you are the ball in that situation.
Yep.
And, you know, you talked a lot about Matheson in that first half, and Nash has been great. Wismer, who was the intended target there, a senior, he actually has twice the receiving yards. I was waiting for when we might see Wismer get a look tonight, and that was the opportunity. I love the play call, trying to stretch it. You know, you've got one-on-one coverage. We've seen that most of the game tonight. But you got to turn around. You got to try to make a play on the ball there if you're Unga.
And just because he jumps into you and tries to get the ball, but he's also playing the ball when you're not.
Correct.
So once again, 1st and 10, some at the 40-yard line. And there'll be a little pop pass on the inside, and making the play, Taimani Brown. I know that one for sure.
It was
Taimani Brown.
Yep, that's a great read by Taimani Brown, coming in and upending the ball carrier there.
It's Easton Smith.
I continue to like the variety we're seeing from Brighton. Even that play, there's a lot of creativity there, trying to get the ball in someone else's hands, some fresh legs. It's just a nice defensive play by Brown.
Smith in motion. We'll see if West continue to play just the forefront, not committing extra guys. 2nd down and 11. And it's LaFleur. And LaFleur able to get to the 49-yard line. And he's still pulling, give it to the 45.
That might have been friendly fire on that one.
Not on top of that. But there was another lineman that wore number 50 earlier this week that did a similar thing in the Raider-Packer game.
You can't trust those Raiders.
When basketball enters football.
I thought you were going to go after soccer there, Dusty.
I was going
to. Look at the growth. Look at the growth.
3rd down and 5. I know who's watching, and he's a big soccer fan.
I get it.
I like him to be happy.
By the way, he
with me.
caught my reference.
He did.
Yeah.
I know.
A+. A+.
He's a Brighton Bengal, too. 3rd down and 5. Play action, fire out to the slot. Broken up. Chachi Pan. Nice job of coming through. And it'll be 4th down, and the punting unit coming on for Coach Satera.
Boy, I get the intrigue of that, but that felt like a bait all the way. You're playing off of Wismer, and look, it's the right read. Hey, we want to get this ball out quickly. But when Pan's the guy in coverage, he's got better speed than you think. And the moment that ball leaves, like, oh boy, this might be a problem. And Brighton's probably fortunate that one falls to the turf.
Hey, did you know that the Pans family are 49er fans?
No, come on, Dusty. Really?
I mean, if you've never seen him, I mean, he tends to sometimes wear a 49er gear.
Sometimes, yeah.
I really approve of his jersey this evening.
It's a good look.
It is. We're Steve Young tonight. Chachi going to make the return. And Pan is hemmed in there by a bunch of Bengals.
I'd actually be interested if we see West try to take a shot here. They really haven't tried to stretch the field. I mean, the longest pass was that one that was the touchdown. It was about 15, 18 yards in the air.
Yeah.
But when you have the speed of Chachi, the wind has died down, there is no rain. I would say this is a drive where if you get a 2nd and short, take a shot, man.
Yeah.
See if you can't take the top off this D.
Again, I want to thank Heidemann Associates, a flat rate law firm that's completely focused on you. Get free consultation by calling 801-472-7742 or go to utah.law to find the office nearest you. So on 1st and 10, back to the ground with Malapei. And Kelvin moves the pile across the 30 to the 31. Will make it 2nd down and 4.
You know, that's the thing. West has had chunk runs tonight. It's just been the untimely penalties and miscues that have taken their drives off schedule and made it hard for this offense to dig out.
Stay 2-by-2 with Malapei. And the Slips one tackle, but not going to slip the second. Coming through, making the stop for the Bengals, number 54, Caleb Miller.
Man, sometimes you just hold on as long as you can and wait for reinforcements, and even that hang on to a shoelace allows enough time for Miller to get in position to make the stop.
Keep your leverage and let guys rally to the ball.
Yep.
The mistake would have been made is if you step inside on that little jab step and give away your edge. Pan in the slot near side with Unga. Go back on the ground. Malapei breaks one tackle, gets to the 35-yard line, right to the line to gain. It'll be first down for West.
Brighton has the defensive look they want. They get a nice run there, bursting through by Andrew Wood and able to hit Malapei in the backfield, but Kelvin just a little too strong, able to kind of fend it off and get ahead as he comes up here limping to the sideline.
He may have tweaked his ankle, but hey, he doesn't cover up the knees, man. You're going to take some helmets to the kneecap or his shins. That can't feel good. To throw. Sui up the sideline. Chachi Pan! 10-5, touchdown!
They have ran those crossing routes from the slot all night. This time, it's been Chachi a lot tonight that's had that route. This time they throw him outside and they run him on a wheel. That safety bites on that inside. Not a lot of corners are going to keep up with Chachi Pan. Once he's behind, it's over. And we got a shot at a tie ball game here. Boy, what a response from West in this second half.
I nearly said, hey, they haven't thrown a ball to Pan tonight. And there it is. Isaiah loves Chachi.
I got you.
Good snap, the hold, and the kick is good. 21 all, a new ball game from Gene Plagge Stadium. You're watching West High Football on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back, Gene Plagge Stadium. New ball game here. Brighton had a 21-7 lead. West has scored 14 points in the third quarter. 7 on defense. And then they had that touchdown pass to Chachi Pan. His ball was still loose, and the Bengals able to get back on top of it at the 22-yard line. This is where I said it was like the Alta game. Alta had a couple lead at one point, and West ran away from him in the second half.
You know, it was a statement I was going to make, Dusty. You said that at halftime. Kind of feels maybe like the Alta game. It's like, well, we'll see if West comes out like they did in that second half against the Alta game. They have. The defense has flown around more. I think the offense has looked for opportunities to take shots, and obviously the change in weather's helped, with that. But it does feel like it's a different second half than the first.
Hartle motions out of the backfield. It is LaFleur in the backfield with Morzalewski. Official at 10 seconds. And Morzalewski off the far side! And Morzalewski across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet across midfield.
Wow.
First and 10 to the 49 of the West Panthers.
Feels like Brighton needed something like that, right? The first couple of drives, the one fumble in the end zone, the second one, don't get a lot going. Morzalewski, how about the job there by the senior? Making a big play for his team.
First and 10 in Panther territory. Morzalewski again off the right side. And angles out of bounds wisely. It'll be second down and long.
You ready for a fun fact?
I love fun facts.
Did you know West has never beat Brighton?
How many meetings?
2. But that doesn't matter, Dusty.
I was just curious.
But it's been a long time. I actually thought they would have played more. This has not been a common opponent. The last meeting they played in 0-1 and 0-2, and Brighton won them both. Only matchups in history between these two.
Coach Cushing
crazy?
and Gene Plogin never put a game together.
Never. I don't know what they were thinking.
Man, it's just so far away. Is on the carry. Marzalewski, nothing doing. Working the outside, making the tackle. Was that 68?
I thought it was 59.
And it kind of rolled up, and it's just tough.
I think it's 59. I think it's Mafi.
Josh Mafi.
Not positive about that. But all of a sudden, this West defensive line, Dusty, they're starting to get off blocks.
And they're getting after it. Third down and long. Marzalewski to throw. Does complete the pass for a first down. That is Matheson on the reception. And it's a first down for the Brighton Bengals.
Boy, and that's huge because, again, you've got a pass rush coming from Mafi, and Marzalewski just able to get that away. And Matheson able to make a nice reception for a first down. Big conversion. Brighton's been really good tonight on third downs.
Wismer and Hennings near side. Matheson to the top of the screen. LaFleur, the lone setback with Marzalewski. Gonna throw. Firing again for Matheson. Makes the adjustment. And Matheson has it first and goal.
So first of all, that's good DB play. You see that head turnaround. I thought Matheson might have gotten away with a little bit of separation. The near sideline thought so as well. Officials let that go, and it's first and goal here for Brighton.
Back-to-back pass plays to Nash Matheson. And a chance for the Bengals to reclaim the lead. Marzalewski has a lane and just cut down. We have a penalty flag. This should be a hold.
Did you see that offensive line? It was like everyone just goes right to the turf immediately. And it looks like this one coming back.
No, holding penalty.
That was like clear the deck.
Well, cut block, right? Just
every single one of them, man.
That's why you don't like playing the Air Force. Everyone always talked about what's so bad about it. You want to be cut block all day long? Talk to my old quarterback, Jan Jorgensen, how much he loved Air Force Week.
That might be the first Brighton penalty. It's a big one.
So trips to the top of the screen. Matheson near side. Pressure coming already. Marzalewski and fires the end zone. It could have been another penalty flag.
I thought there could have been a hold.
Oh, it definitely was one. Coaching staff getting frustrated. But then again, I've watched Max Crosby get absolutely manhandled for a number of years now without any calls.
Not that he's upset about it. Dusty's actually handled it very well.
Yeah. I'm a well-adjusted individual. You can't hold down a condor. Second and goal. LaFleur chopped down in the backfield. Knifing through, getting the stop was
Angelau.
I see it, Angelau.
Yeah, Isaiah, the junior, coming in. And look, Taimani Brown and Isaiah Angelau, they're starting to make a lot of plays behind the line of scrimmage for this West defense.
Inside of 40 seconds left in the quarter. Get a 2-by-2 formation for the Bengals. LaFleur, the lone setback. Third and goal. Marzalewski fires to the hook. No, nothing there. Bounced it. It's a long throw. And in case Satera going to send out the kicking unit.
I like this. I think after that drive, you get some points back on the field. With that throw, it is a long throw. If that's got just another couple inches under it, you've got yourself a fourth and goal from the 5 or the 6. You might be looking at a different story here.
Well, a little bit of wind in his face. This will be a 35-yarder. Drake Fletcher Then we have a whistle
Flags.
before the snap.
That would have been no good.
Offsides against West.
I thought I saw that wide to the left.
So I thought it was good.
Did you?
I did.
I thought it came in front of the crossbar, but it's always hard.
But I don't want to keep out on people. We ran about a second and a half off the clock. Our back judge is supposed to be on top of that, too. So I'm not just blaming people on the, clock guys, they're doing their job, but that's where Mr. Official's going to say, whoa, whoa, whoa. 19 seconds on the game clock, please.
Well, if it was the fourth quarter, we would.
Hey, I want you to treat the third quarter like you would the fourth quarter.
We don't believe in such things. 30-yarder.
Shorten it up a little bit here for Fletcher. The gold cleats. The kick is on the way.
No, it's good.
And it is good. Brighton had a golden opportunity to get in the end zone after the catch from Nash Matheson. And they settled for a 30-yard field goal after the holding penalty knocked them out of scoring range. So Brighton reclaims the lead, 24-21 with 13 seconds left in the third.
That's a good drive for Brighton. I know you would have loved to have the points, but having just given up 14 in a row, the offense hadn't had a lot of momentum to get something. We talked about, again, it's about trying to maintain possession, keep that West offense on the sideline, and being able to capitalize. Moose Bingham has a saying, I actually love it. He says, every drive needs to end with the ball off the foot. And that's either a punt, a field goal, or a PAT. Like,
he would say something like that.
But I like that. I like it, right? It's like, look, no turnovers.
Yeah.
Right? And be able to execute on special teams.
Yeah.
You do those two
That's
things,
true.
You make it hard on the other team to have short fields and easy opportunities.
I got to have him say it tomorrow. We'll kind of bait him into it.
Okay. We'll do that.
It'll be so much fun.
Not that we pre-orchestrate this stuff.
Ever.
But tomorrow we will.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to give away the fugazi of the whole thing, but
But I think that's great. I think that's a nice.
That is a really good one, though.
Yeah,
it really is. Because a lot of times punt is a good play.
Yes. Well, I mean, punt led to the defensive touchdown. Right.
When it's a good punt.
And
when it's a good kick, it's a great thing. It's Fletcher. Says it's down to the 5-yard line. We're going to have a return from Louis Hamilton. Hamilton reverses.
Oh, this is Pan.
Pan has the ball. Pan across midfield.
I love it.
Louis Hamilton.
I love it.
He fooled half of the return team.
No, he had it. But then when he bounced that outside, he had Pan as an option, so he pitched it out to Pan.
I totally missed it.
And then Pan took it. Look, you don't want to kick to Chachi? That's okay. Louis will find a way to get it to him.
That's the former quarterback, Louis Hamilton. Now you're looking through the grass to the right. I'm looking through the glass to the left, and he pitched it right where that metal is.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
No, that's what happened. Louis comes near side. Pan kind of rolls with him and then is following him like an option play.
Love it. Hey, last game of the regular season. Can't hold anything back now.
We know. Wow, did you just think that one up, Dusty? That's the other line, isn't it?
Yes. Brett Musburger, here's the poll we can put out there. Was Brett Musburger better in Rocky 2 or in
Not even close.
Waterboy?
Not even close. Waterboy.
I mean, he got an action
I'm not a big Rocky 2 guy.
He got an action figure from Rocky 2.
I'm not a big Rocky 2 guy.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I don't have to like it. I can respect it.
Yeah,
that's what our
fine.
society has to get to, right? We don't have to like it. We can respect things.
No, if you disagree with me, I'd just yell.
You're a bad person. With 9 seconds left to go to Kelvin Malapei. He gets a yard, and that will close it out. So we go to the fourth quarter in a one-score game. Brighton leads West 24-21. We go to the final fourth quarter of the West regular season when we come back. You're watching West High Football on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com.
You leaving?
Come back quick.
All right, have a good day.
Hey, we don't send red hats down on the field. We working with you.
That's right.
Start of the fourth quarter. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart with you. Second down and 9. Malapei breaking tackles inside the 35-yard line. First and 10. West at the 33.
His best run of the game.
He got loose.
Yes, he did. And look, that offensive line, we talked about the D-line starting to come out. So's that offensive line. They have ran block well, but that's the first, I think, chunk run we've really seen.
Bengals brought pressure. Malapei hits it up the gut. So put him at the 29-yard line, a gain of 4.
And I was actually surprised we didn't see Malapei get more carries in that first half, but it looks like that's a very wise decision because you got some fresh legs going right here for West.
West Swan an offside, not going to get it. Hey, officials are calling it the same way. Miles Peters able to get back. We've seen that from the West defensive front.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 5. Going to go back to Malapei. Kelvin has about a yard shy of the first down marker. Well, Mr. Official says give it to him. So 1st down.
You're bringing double pressure around the edge from that defense, and Malapei, the quick step, able to get through the lane.
Malapei again. That was a big hole opened up. I mean, this is essentially the same offense that Brighton ran in the first half. This is middle zone and going right up the middle.
And here's the thing. Look, we're going to clear out the middle, to your point. And if that edge comes in and makes the tackle, or your outside linebacker makes the tackle, that's okay because we're 5 yards down the field.
Right. Go right back to it. And again, Malapei be just short of the first down marker at the 15-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Look out. Look out.
Taimani Brown enters the backfield. He comes in for Malapei. I haven't seen Taimani run it yet.
No.
The first one was the bad snap. The first play in the backfield. And it'll be Taimani up the gut. Brown breaks one tackle. And it goes out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And it'll be another Panther first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
Boy, that one looks like Brighton has an opportunity right near the line of scrimmage. An impressive bounce out there from Taimani Brown. Of course, learned he's dedicated this year to his grandmother, passed away before the season started. And what a year he's had. What a career he's had. Been a fun player to cover here at West High School.
Very underappreciated player. That's why I give him so much love, because it's one of those kids. Not that he has an awesome senior hoodie. It is awesome. That was a long photo shoot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
About 18 different wardrobe changes. Oh, Suisui was running before he had the ball. And there'll be 2nd down and goal from the 11.
And an issue that we saw in the first half, we hadn't seen in the second half, that snap. Boy, you catch that cleanly. You've got a lead block in Brown. You've got a lane. Instead, you have to eat it for a yard loss.
So Brown still in the backfield. 3 receivers at the top of the screen. Unga, the near side receiver. Go back to the ground with Brown. And Taimani still powering his way toward the 5. Mark him down at about the 7.
Well, that's a good physical play up front by Tyree Pearson. We talked about him in that first half, but he's being blocked by that right tackle, I believe. It might have been the guard, but still able to kind of come off of that and kind of one-arm it as he goes after Brown with the other. It's an impressive play by that D tackle.
I'd love to see an RPO and a quick slant here from Pan. Quick slant from the slot down here is so deadly. There it was, but Isaiah going to roll to his left, go to the end zone, and there's a flag on the play as he dives down to the 1. So currently a penalty flag.
It's going to be a hold.
If it is a hold at the 15, they're going to back him up.
Yep. Now, it actually hit his wrist almost like a personal foul. I thought it was a hold. I thought that you had a lineman get down on top of a defender there, but
Kelvin has a very supportive family.
Well, but I guess the question is, do you call a Kelvin run on 3rd and goal from the 18?
Hey, they're going to play coverage. I mean, if Brighton's going to play coverage, I was almost going to say they're going to go screen maybe. But they're going to play coverage on this. and hold West to a field goal. Maybe a long field goal, too.
Yeah, this should be looking at about a 37. See, it was a personal foul. They just backed him up another 5 yards. Well, unless that was a spot. It might have been. It doesn't matter. Ball's at the 22.
Behind the line of scrimmage or in front of the line of scrimmage? I ran into this last week. Sui. It is screen. Malapei squared up and brought down. Gain of 1. I want to say Casey Satera had the whole field behind him to work with. Hey, essentially, we're going to squat at the goal line, not let you get behind us. And allowed them to play the screen. So we'll bring the field goal kicker on from 38 yards out. Dodi Makasa. Good snap. Got plenty of leg. Right down the middle. Put it down Broad Street. Tied at 24. 7:44 left in the fourth quarter. You're watching West High Football on the Rewind Sports Network. And welcome back. West Football brought to you by West Jordan Athletic Republic. Get a free trial. Give them a call, 385-855-2007. Again, get a free trial. Call them at 385-855-2007. I want to thank West Jordan Athletic Republic for stepping in and helping out on our West football coverage. Casa just hit the game-tying field goal, puts this one in the air. Be taken at the 2. Smith across the 20-yard line, about the 25. And that is where Morzalewski and the Bengals will come to the field with 7:37 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Good ball game, huh? What a way to kick off Week 10.
Absolutely, especially all the stuff we have going on. It's a big week. We have this game tonight. We have Syracuse-Davis. Friday, you're at Park City.
Yeah.
Park City-Springville. I'll be Spanish Fork Timpanogos. Excited about it. First time I ever called a game at Spanish Fork High School. Really excited. Morzalewski going to run it. And nowhere to go as he has dropped it around the line of scrimmage. In fact, it's saying it's the first Spanish Fork football game I've called since Griff Robles.
Yeah.
You did one, Spanish Fork at Cypress.
Yep.
Yeah. Had them in basketball.
They had the Ohio State unis when I saw them out at Cypress.
They still have them.
Do they?
Yeah. But Canab rocks those same uniforms. There's someone else that has them this year too. I think a couple of them. 2nd down and 9 for Morzalewski. Play action. Fire to the sideline, a little too tall, intended for Wismer. It'll be 3rd down and long now for the Bengals.
Boy, that's a big miss, right? You've got an opportunity there to pick up some yards, get a 3rd and short, maybe a 1st down. If that pass is complete, instead you're looking at a 3rd and 8 here. Now, look, Brighton, the line has been really good tonight. The run game's been awesome. 3rd downs have been super impressive. They converted 3rd and long multiple times tonight. This might be the most important one of the game for them.
Most certainly. The check with the sideline. Matheson matched up one-on-one at the top of the screen. He was the big play guy in their last drive. Morzalewski looking for Matheson, battling with the corner.
Oh,
did he pull
wow.
that in? He did. Nash Matheson with
No,
the reception.
he did not.
He did not put the flag on the play. And this is defensive pass interference. It is a first down.
Yep.
Could not see the ball with our glare.
Yeah.
I guess it's not raining. I'd probably lift this all the way up, but Dane says no.
It's cold, man.
Gotta see. How about the eyes of the state are upon us.
Another pass interference call here. That was one that I thought might have been the roughest. I thought that was the most questionable one of the night.
Sure.
Right? And I'm not saying that it shouldn't
It's
have been
hand
called.
fighting up the sideline.
Yep. But again, look, we've seen Brighton on some of those certain longs. They've done just that, and it's worked.
Yeah.
Right? They've been able to get those receivers coming back for the football. Defense hasn't been able to turn around, getting positioning. First down.
You brought up Ohio State. You know how angry their legendary coach would be, Woody Hayes would be, New Age football. Was like, we're going to throw that ball because we have more good things that happen to us than not. He used to say if you threw the football, there's only one good thing that could happen.
Yeah.
The 1st and 10 with 6:46 left in the ball game. LaFleur in the backfield. And a throw. Pressure comes and gets to him. Getting back there for the sack was West number 42, Foti by Nuku.
Yeah, what a play there by Foti. Well-timed blitz there, and there's just no chance for Morzalewski to get out of that one.
He looks like Manoa Pakula back in the day at Bingham. Even more number 22. Manoa Pakula was a stud middle linebacker too. 2nd down and long here.
This might be the first time Brighton's been quote-unquote off schedule significantly, right? They've not had a lot of negative plays.
2nd down and 18. Morzalewski fires a screen to Matheson, blown up. Taimani Brown along with Chachi Pan. It'll be 3rd and forever for Brighton.
And are we going to get excessive here?
Excessive celebration. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Yep. Wow.
And it's just curious if they've allowed him to celebrate like that in other games. I don't know how the rule reads. Dane's muteness speaks volumes to me.
Yeah, I don't love that call.
So it's a dead ball penalty. It'll be it should be, I believe, 3rd down, right?
I think you replay it, so it'd be 2nd down.
2nd down, and LaFleur dropped in the backfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I struggle with it.
We're moving on.
It's a big play.
We're moving on.
So now 3rd down and long. I thought that was 3rd down because I thought it was a dead ball because it was after the play was over. There's the reason why I'm confused. But again, we talk about mechanics.
So the near line judge ran out to talk to the white hat. Coach Solovi is on the field trying to get an additional explanation. And, yeah, they did just clarify it's 3rd here.
So 3rd down and 4. Morzalewski fires for Matheson. He got a step, and he's got the catch. Inside the 20-yard line to the 15. No, Mr. Official says incomplete. So they battled him to the ground. That was a late signal from our
Yes, it
judge.
was.
So it'll now be 4th down and 4.
Boy, I thought Nash had that. In fact, the whole Brighton offense was already down to the 35. Ball game here for Brighton, maybe?
Yeah, well, if you're going for it here, this is similar to that possession with West early in the game where they
Same
went for
spot, too.
Yeah. 4th down and 4. West shows pressure. And he might take they're going to run it. He's saying, go ahead, run it. That's what the windup means to me. 4th down and 4. And they're trying to get West to jump offside. Back judge hasn't started the count yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised.
Man, this is a forever play clock.
When the game clock is stopped, he just gave the 10-second indication. See, here's the thing. I don't know why you're waiting to call a timeout if you're going to take a timeout. The game clock is stopped.
And now the delay game penalty.
So that'd be why. You just want to take the delay.
Yeah. That was the longest play clock.
That felt like a 90-second play
right,
clock.
by heavens.
That was.
The problem was we couldn't sync it up with.
Well, there's nothing to sync up with.
Well, he couldn't either because there's only one scoreboard in this area, right? We're not college football.
But the game clock is stopped, so even that you're running off your watch. And anyway,
yeah, everything's in order. So
Dusty's blood pressure is okay.
I tell my kids, like, hey, just because it didn't go the way you wanted it to go, you still got the end result. It's all about the journey. And that's going to take a. Whoa, what are we doing there? And then still gets a return out of that.
Whew.
I mean,
that goes from no.
What? And when I say we, I'm not cheering for West. I say we as in that general we. What are we doing?
I say we all the time.
Yeah.
And I know people are like, oh, he's such a homer.
I'm really not being one. This might be a West broadcast. That's not what I meant by that.
I only mean we for the Idaho Vandals. Everything else we is a collective we.
I can't give out my we. I think most
everyone knows your we.
It's Zach. I have it on my Twitter profile. I make it very open. They're going to start on the ground. Kelvin Malapei. And Malapei has 11 on 1st down. It'll be another fresh set of downs for the West Panthers.
And it just feels like he's running downhill right now, right? There's a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence coming out of that backfield. And big holes being opened up by that O-line.
And another 4-minute offense possibly here.
And again, we know they're good from 40, so they got to get to the 22-ish.
Back to Malapei. Malapei, 2 carries, 20 yards for Malapei. Actually make it 21. Give him the 1st down. This is the same as the last drive. We're going to run right up the gut.
And boy, this Brighton defense, how much more gas do they have in themselves? They were so stout early on that first half. The second half, that West running attack has found its momentum. Someone on this Brighton D is going to need to step up and make some plays if they want to get that offense back on the field.
Fafita at the top of the screen. Go back to Malapei. And Kelvin has maybe 3. They corralled him that time. So
yeah.
2nd down and 7.
Well, and that was Caleb Miller, the junior, trying to step up, trying to take on that and trying to limit this West offense. Still comes out with 4 yards. And look, if you're West, you do that 3 times, that's a 1st down. You'll take it.
I said this before, but I got to say it again. I have to really applaud Casey Sotero. What he's done with this program, but bringing back the triple stripe pants. A man after my own heart.
Hey, you know, my high school had those. It's a good look.
Yeah.
Good look.
And it'll be a quarterback run.
Oh, boy.
Sui inside the 40. And Isaiah has a 1st down at the 36-yard line. What a big run from Isaiah Sui.
You've run Malapei so much, that whole defense is expecting that. And I love the design run opposite the way of Malapei. You're going to take advantage of that defense flow. And it's a big run for Sui. And you're about 15 yards away from being really confident in a potential game-winning kick.
Yeah, you just got to keep that clock running. Full complement of timeouts on both sidelines. No need to get loose with it either right here. I'll tell you why I'm chuckling later. Sui, he's got 3 seconds. Now, West will take a timeout. So timeout on the field. We'll be right back. You're watching West Time football. 2:29 left in this one. First down and 10. And it's Malapei. Just tripped up right before he went to go to a full gallop. Once again, Miles Morgan with the stop.
They bring the blitz, and it's Andrew Wood, and the run is called right to where he was blitzing from. You've got all sorts of space if Morgan doesn't make that stop.
Back to the ground. Malapei. Oh, he got popped. Nice job of coming up and filling it. Who says that DBs don't like to come up and hit? Luke Reese said, I'm a corner, but I'll bring it.
Oh, and Morgan here hobbling. And yeah, he's not going to be able to get off. He's going to need some help.
It looks like he's trying to find some way to get comfortable. So they tend to Morgan. We'll step aside. We'll be right back. So Morgan, his intestinal fortitude will be tested just a little bit, see if he's back in the play. With him out on the field. And again, going to keep it on the ground, going to get the first down inside the 25-yard line.
You got to think about using your timeouts here, don't you?
Absolutely. You got to preserve some clock. And you like to do it after first down.
They just wound the clock. So, you know, we talked about Morgan going off. What do? They run right at his spot. Say, hey, baptism by fire here for the new linebacker.
It's number 8, right?
Yeah, Drew Morgan. So not Miles, but Drew.
Coach Solovi takes his second timeout. Gives us a chance to thank NCP Payments. Do you accept credit cards for your business? Want $100? National Credit Card Payments will give you $100 Visa gift card if your business signs up with a new account with them during the high school football season. They are a locally owned and operated credit card processing company that has over 22 years of experience, and they love to support local high school sports. Call or text them today at 801-300-6929 to get a free quote and see how much they can help you get your $100 Visa gift card today. Again, it's National Card Payments. Payment processing done right. Call or text them at 801-300-6929. Never mind. First and 10. And the give to Malapei. And Malapei stopped, and now a timeout.
It was Sialeofa bursting through there for Brighton. That's why I was kind of surprised. Look, you can't take him with you. I think everyone knows this is the last possession in regulation for West. I get you want to execute, you want to take care of things, but boy, taking that timeout on that first down allows Brighton now to hit them all here, right?
Yeah.
Now they got to make the stop, and we'll see if they can. They haven't been able to stop this Panther rushing attack in the second half. But it surprised me a little bit to see that timeout taken by West.
By West, yeah. I thought it was really surprising. I noticed something. I'm just not going to bring it up. We'll take care of it later. But I was surprised by it as well. But it was, hey, let's make sure we're right. Let's not give them the fight.
And that's the thing. Like, look, we've seen a couple penalties.
Yep.
We've seen a couple turnovers. Guys, lock it in.
Yeah.
Right? You're a minute and a half away from being region champs and winning this game. Go take care of business.
And here's the thing. They dropped down from 6A to 5A, but they went into a tougher region.
Yes, by far.
So much tougher. This is a much more tested team heading into the state tournament.
Yes. And we've got maybe a clock. I thought he pointed towards the clock, but I'm not positive.
That's what we're talking about. They're a play behind catching that one. So officials are talking to coaches saying, hey, do you have anybody that can let the Boost, no. But they have 114, which is when that call, the timeout was called. That's why I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, so they just put it back to 117.
Yeah. We get our scoreboard update. Again, that clock is unofficial, but now it is official. Suisui hands that off to Malapei. Kellen into the open field, but then brought down inside the 5. First and goal, West.
Boy, that's interesting. I'm wondering if you're Brighton, if you just let him score, right? Because now you got to take a timeout to try to make a goal line stand on a first down, and maybe they'll let him score here. But for me, it's like, hey, we got to give ourselves an opportunity, right?
Yeah. Malapei clan sitting just below us. They're pleased with that outcome. I say into the open field as he gets caught. That's always one of my favorite things to do. But
look, you're just doing your best, Gus Johnson. So
I didn't give you a wow. Wow!
Especially on a 3-yard run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What a game. We say this one, we know how good Brighton is. Case Cetera and crew had a 21-7 lead. Good on West. And this is where you know that this program is taking a turn with Junior Solovi. They didn't just pack it in, pout, and go away. Malapei had that perfect punt that rolls down to the inch line. They get the fumbled snap, the touchdown, and it changed everything.
It did. And even, you talk about a kid like Suisui, and I mean, 62% completion percentage, 2,100 yards passing coming into the contest tonight. The air attack was not there, and you could see it change the offense. But when the moment was right, strike, 2 passing touchdowns tonight. On 10 passes? I don't know what it is, right? But been very opportunistic to help lead this West Panther offense. And look, here's the other thing about Brighton. You're in a tie ball game with a top 5 team in 5A without your starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, even if you lose tonight, you can take a lot away from this game. How you ran the football, a lot of good for Brighton tonight.
So, first and goal from the 2. From West, you don't have to score a touchdown.
No.
Suisui hands that off. Calvin Malapei. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, West. Just like that. I'll show you, Dusty. We'll score. So 106 left. West gets on the board. 30-24. Point after coming up.
They trailed 14-0 and 21-7. You said it had a feel of an out-the-light game. Now, it hasn't had that score separation.
Yeah.
But how about the second half for West? Because you talked about it just a moment ago. In the past, I don't know if there was a resilient squad to be able to clear the mechanisms of bad halves. And this squad has done it multiple times this year.
Well, and Phil snake bit, too. That first half just did not go their way. The rain, both you deal with the rain, but some of the other stuff you get frustrated with in the middle of the game.
Some of the penalties and the fumbles and
missed opportunities. You have the screen pass that took you inside the 5 that comes back on a hold. And all that stuff. Able to put it all behind them. And they have a 24-point second half performance. 17 on offense. And with 106 left, it is the Panthers leading 31-24.
So Brighton with one timeout, 106 left. Now look, what has been kryptonite for this West defense has been the secondary. And largely penalties, right? The pass interferences. We've had 3 of them. So if you're West right now, you're probably not going straight man coverage, right? We're probably giving a little more safety support and get your eyes around, right? Because we can't let them go 15 yards at a time down the field if you're West.
Well, it's where I was saying there, it might take just a couple of knees, get that thing down to 3 seconds, and let's kick a field goal and get out of here. That was what my thought process immediately went to. I know it's more fun to score the touchdown and all that kind of stuff, get a senior in the end zone. Really part of what you're thinking a little bit too. But now you open the door for Brighton to send this game to overtime.
Potentially. Or win it with a 2-point conversion.
Yeah. Right. But it's not a knock and it's not a criticism. Just an observation.
Well, and here's the thing, right? I think in today's age, and people blame analytics, but you know what analytics has done? It's introduced a lot of different perspectives. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that anyone is right, but it's like, oh man, here's an option, there's an option, and here's an approach, and all of a sudden it's like your traditional score touchdown isn't always. There's other ways to do it.
Right. I'm always with the analytics on the stuff that doesn't involve what are your players doing. As that kick will be taken by Smith inside the 5-yard line. As Smith looking for a seam. Gets to the 30. So it'll be a 70-yard field ahead of Morzalewski and the Brighton Bengals with 1 timeout and a minute. And that 1 timeout is big.
It is. It is. You can still attack sidelines. Clock stops momentarily on first down, so there's ways to still move the football, but you don't have a lot of time to play around with if you're Brighton.
So it's been a 2-back offense all night long. It is an empty set now for Morzalewski.
Wismer and Matheson both to the bottom of the screen. I like that duo.
Morzalewski looks near side, fires near side. He's got Nash Matheson who scoots out of bounds.
That's what we said. We've talked about both those receivers. You end up sending your leading receiver deep, and you send Nash, who's got great hands on an out. I mean, that's easy 8 yards.
Yeah. 56 seconds left.
We've had a lot of leniency at the line of scrimmage.
And I like it.
On both sides.
I so much love it. Yep.
I agree.
Morzalewski, quick set, had nowhere to go. Now does. Throw late and behind over the middle, but it did fall incomplete. Intended for Miles Peters.
Peters is a young man that I've been surprised they haven't looked to more tonight. Tight end. Saw him a couple weeks ago. Really impressed with his game. Good hands. I think he could be a really good target for Morzalewski here on this closing drive.
Matheson is in the slot near side. Wismer outside him. They are the 2 leading receivers on this team. 3rd down. Screen to Wismer. Wismer gets out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
It is a first down. It's all they needed.
Move the chains. 46 seconds left. They're going to eat this elephant 1 bite at a time. It's the only way you can do it. Roll near side, no one open downfield. Morzalewski wisely fires it out of bounds.
Heady play there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of options, good coverage, good pass rush there from West. You just cut your losses, get rid of it, live to see another down.
It's a really good job, especially with pressure bearing down on him. Morzalewski just to call no joy.
Yep.
So it'll be 2nd and 10. 39 seconds left in this one. Trips to the top of the screen. Wismer near side. Pardon me, it's Matheson near side as Morzalewski just got rid of the football.
Oh, you've got to be careful.
And they spun him to the ground. That's what Dane's referring to.
Yeah, very late after that throw. The Brighton sideline is pleading for a penalty flag. And I think if it's in the NFL, that's 15.
Yeah.
Easy.
And they want, West sideline wants a grounding penalty.
Yeah, and you're not going to get one there. Defender has him in the grasp. It's going to affect the throw.
And the high school grounding is way different.
Way different.
Far different from the college and NFL rule. It's not tackle box, intended receiver, or any of that stuff. Gonna fire to the screen. Wismer again, tripped up and brought down at the 45-yard line. And as we're Brighton will have to burn their third and final timeout, where it'll be 4th down and 7 for the Bengals game coming up.
And I'll tell you this, man, there's some gumption. West has still been bringing extra guys. They have not been, hey, we'll rush 3 and play cover. No, they're bringing 4, 5, 6 guys and trying to get pressure on Morzalewski and make him make quick decisions. You got to have a lot of confidence as a defensive coordinator to take that kind of an approach in this situation. West has. It's worked out well for him. We'll see if 4th down here.
It's a difference. If it's Jack Johnson, you don't do it because you know his arm will beat you.
Right.
If Morris Zalewski, you say, we'll find out what your arm's like.
That's
we'll
right.
live with that.
Yep. We're going to test you, right? We'll see.
Yeah, and so we're going to find out. So really big here for Brighton. Is it go for the shot, go for the first down?
I think it's go for the first down. Clock stops on a first down. I actually like, hey, run a similar route, right? Send Wismer deep. You can have Nash on a underneath out route. Pick up a first, move the chains. The other thing I would look at is even Peters. I mean, look at the tight end down the middle, right? If you want to bring pressure, great. I'll go right where that linebacker's coming from with my tight end. You need 8 yards.
Here we go. Ball game on the line. 4th down and 7.
West trying to get a timeout. There it is.
And now West will take their final timeout. So as they take their final timeout, we'll take it with them. We'll be right back. 4th down and 7. Wismer in motion. Gonna check with the sideline, see if they got the look they wanted. Play clock still got plenty of juice on it. Now it's at a 10. Zalewski fires, got his man. First down to Wismer. That's the 41.
They just switched it. We're going to send Matheson deep. We'll go Wismer underneath. That route combination. We talked about how good those two are playing off each other. It works again here for the Bengals.
So 1st and 10, Brighton. 23 seconds to go. Zalewski rolls to his left, fires deep, and that ball's out of play. So incomplete. With 15 seconds left, it'll be 2nd down and 10. You can still attack the middle of the field. The clock's stopping on a first down. It's got to be 10 yards.
And you're running near where if you don't get out of bounds or you don't get a first, it's ball game.
Yeah, absolutely.
They generally say 12 seconds. You can see it a little bit faster than that, but...
Second down and 10. Zalewski goes deep, looking for Matheson. I don't know that you ever tracked that ball.
He lost it. Yeah, he lost it.
Nash looked up. You could tell he didn't see it. He may have completed it. Ball hit him in the face mask. Nice ball from Zalewski.
Yep.
Unfortunate for Matheson.
Yeah, and I mean, that's one where, boy, Nash would love to have another opportunity because you're right. He never saw that ball coming. You see that corner coming over trying to make a play, and you can tell the corner's reading it. Matheson does not. If he sees it, you might have 1st and 10 at the 12 right now.
Yeah. 10 seconds to go. 3rd down and 10. Fire outside.
Incomplete.
And that's incomplete.
Boy, Wismer almost had that, just didn't get a foot down.
That's why I waited a second. I was off a couple times in the first half.
Yeah. Heck of a grab.
So here we go, 4th and ball game.
The whole Magilla.
The whole ball of wax.
The whole kit and caboodle.
It all rides on this play.
This is for all the marbles.
And it's got to be to the end zone. You don't have enough time.
No other opportunity. Yep. Because even on a 4th down, you need 10 yards for a first. That's going to take a good 5 or 6 seconds. End zone or bust.
Here comes Alverts. Zalewski rolls near side. Lets it go. Masha tips it. Oh! He nearly pulled it off. And that ball falls incomplete. And that's the ball game. Nearly got the carom to Miles Peters.
Wow.
But that'll do it.
That's a heady play from Nash Matheson, right? I mean, that ball leaves like, oh, it's underthrown. And for Nash to be like, hey, our only shot is for me to volley this puppy.
Right.
And it almost worked.
It did. It was right there, and I thought for just a second that Miles Peters was going to pull that one in. But, Dane, we talked about this kind of late through all of our timeouts. A gutty win for West on senior night.
Yeah, look, a lot of things did not go as they would have scripted, as they would have liked. but sometimes you just got to hang around, right? And then you make plays late. I love the response we saw in the second half. We talked about we've seen it in other games this year, but this first half it looks like they're not here, right? Second half, locked in, loaded, and that's what makes this team scary. If they can play like that for a full game, they can go compete for a 5A state championship. Value in second half, and I love the effort we saw from Brighton. We talked about the way they ran the football tonight. You put Jack Johnson under center with that line and that performance, they can go compete for a 5A state championship.
Absolutely.
We saw two great teams tonight battle it out.
Two teams we see getting deep in that 5A state tournament is what we're getting at, and it could be anybody, including Timpview, in that state tournament. Well, an outstanding regular season for the West Panthers. They are region champions. First time, well, I don't say first time, long time. They won Region 2 a bunch.
Yeah.
But the best region they have won in a long time.
In a long time, by far.
Maybe since Gene Plaga.
Maybe.
Mercy. What a win. 31-24, West or Brighton. Dane, your player of the game.
Yeah, I'll go with Isaiah Suisui, the quarterback. 2 touchdown passes. I thought made a critical run on that game-winning drive. Could go Malapea. He had some great runs in that second half. The O-line, obviously, second half, but I'll go with the quarterback.
Yeah, Isaiah Suisui, our player of the game. Again, congratulations to West, as this will conclude our regular season coverage of West Panthers. We will be back in the second round of the playoffs of the first round bye. We'll be here for you as West makes their run into the state tournament. For Vince Francis, Tate Francis, and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us for watching West Time Football on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. So long from Gene Plaga Stadium.